Thank you for coming back to my channel. Welcome back. Today I would like to talk about cold hardy vegetables. They're so cold hardy they can be out here in temperatures of 30 degrees and like they can survive a frost, and they don't take up space inside of the house, so I can get other things going inside while I leave the peas out here. This is the way I like to go in steps. And the first step, like if you see in the video, the sweet potatoes are usually the ones I start first, but I started a dirt method on those and they're kind of taking over the house. But the water method, they're going slow, and so that's the one I first started using on the sweet potatoes. So those are already going in the house and they're just in a windowsill, not taking up much space there. But that's usually the first plant. And then the second plants are the cold hardy ones that you can start getting out when the temperatures are 30 degrees. That's the lettuces, that's the peas, and I leave them out here. Leave them out here protected, and I come back every couple of days to make sure they've got water, to make sure animals haven't tipped them over, wind, because it's a windier time of the year. And then that's about it. First, you'll need to grab the seed starter container potting mix. This and water will be everything you need to get your seeds started. Let's start boiling water. Now that our water has boiled, we're going to add it to the dirt to kill any fungus gnat eggs. While we wait for the dirt to cool, we're going to grab the supplies we need and set them up. One I love so much are peas, especially sugar peas. You can eat those right off of the crop once they're fully developed, and they're just the best. Here are the 3 varieties I will be sowing in my yard. These are my favorite because they are sweet, which is why they are called either Sugar Daddy, Sugar Pod, but I do have one more that is just a pea that isn't sweet. I also love how in 55 to 65 days you'll have something to eat, because that's how quick they grow. We're going to place our pea seeds in biodegradable pots, as peas do not like to have their roots disturbed. Cow pots are the perfect size for your pea plants to grow from beginning to end. However, Jiffy pots will also work just as well. I am going to be using both, as I'm going to put 2 pea seeds in the cow pots and 1 single seed in the Jiffy pots. So let's start adding our cooled down dirt that's already pre-moistened from the boiling hot water. Now that these cups are filled, we're going to add our pea seeds. Just gently press the pea seed into the dirt, and after, we're going to cover them. When putting 2 seeds in the pot, just make sure to give them enough space. From corner to corner should be enough. Now that the seeds are gently pressed into the soil, we're going to then top it with just a teaspoon of dirt as a blanket to keep them covered. Here I'm using 1 scoop with a plastic spoon. And there you have it, covered and happy. Potting soil has everything seeds need. That this is all you'll need at the time of their growth and development until potting up. You'll just need this and to water them. Now that we have all our pots filled with the seeds, we're going to add them to their container that they will grow in and be watered in and get sunlight in outside. I like these containers that come in packs that you can easily get from either Walmart, Target, and that they're clear and see-through so that the sun goes directly into the container, and it also provides a great ecosystem for your seedlings. Also, one of the most important steps is to make sure you label each seedling so you don't forget what is what. When watering your seedlings, to not disturb the seeds and to make sure that each seed gets enough water, just bottom water. Bottom watering allows the dirt to soak up all the water that it needs, and any remaining water after 20 minutes is no longer needed. Also want to make sure that the peas are protected. Protect them in their own containers that they come with. If you have a lid, you can cover them up. At night, it just takes a little more remembering, where sometimes I like to sit and forget. So I do have like a spot here that has holes in them that I can put them in, and then they'll still get light. They'll still see the difference between day and night and get air and the wind and all the things they need to have a great ecosystem. Without having little critters try to eat them up. Because if you ever leave some pea seeds out there when it's cold out and it's hard for animals to find food right now, they're going to find your food. And then that is pretty sad when that happens. Leafy greens are so cold tolerant. This one survived the winter. Leafy greens are pretty much all done the same way. There are so many varieties of leafy greens out there, but these are just my absolute favorite and must-have at-home staples. I like to start these seedlings in a simple seed starting tray where you can easily just pop them on out and repot them up. Just like the pea pots, we're going to fill up the seed starter trays almost to the top, leaving just a little room to put the seeds in and to cover them with a light cover of dirt. The first green would have to be lettuce, and my most favorite lettuce is romaine. Oh, Caesar salads are my favorite. Like shown, just sprinkle the little lettuce seeds on top. It's okay if you get 2 or 3 in there. That's perfectly fine. One may or may not germinate, and so 2 living in one little cell is amazing. Because these are very little seeds, we don't want to bury them too deep in the dirt. So a very light layer of seed starting dirt is all you need. Funny thing is, the salad containers that you last ate a salad out of is a perfect container to grow more salad in. we're gonna head down to the kale. Kale chips are quite expensive at the grocery store, especially organic, so growing them yourself is really awesome. Same as the romaine lettuce, we're just gonna sprinkle the seeds in and give them a light cover. Next, I have spinach. My spinach use is so versatile, from omelets to smoothies to salads. I mean, I could just go on and on and on. So this one is a must-have in the garden. Spinach is very quickly to bolt if temperatures are too warm. So this is an absolute perfect seed to start when it's cold still. By the way, bolting is when a plant feels as though it has completed its cycle and begins to go to seed, instead of continuing to use its energy to be harvestable. I also like to have some other type of lettuce around, so I like to do butter crunch because I do like a crunchy, crispy lettuce. Swiss chard is oh so beautiful. I love the colors and its versatility. You can pan fry these with some oil, salt, and pepper, salads, or you can even use their stems like you would a celery stalk and add peanut butter. Just so awesome. My southern background must allow collard greens in my life as well. If you've never tried collard greens and are curious, one day I will have a video posted of a great recipe you could use. Until then, we're going to use our favorite container in this house, which is a salad box. And the sizes are either small, large, and they have lids that could be removed, or you can keep them on for easy flat motion. Inside of these, you can also use the peat pellets. I soaked these overnight so they have already blossomed and puffed up. But peat pellets are little skinny discs that you cover in water and they will start to expand to this size. You can also find the pellets sometimes with their own seed starter tray. Either way, these are biodegradable, and all you have to do is sprinkle the leafy green seeds on top and just cover with some water. I do hope that you try this. There's still time. It's still cold and like zone 5, 6, 7 areas. So you can still get started now. Like right now is actually the perfect, let's go try this. Let's do this weekend. Let's go grab some peas and leafy things and go to town. Just put them like I directed you in the videos into one of these peas and set them free. Animals, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get some water going in this. I try not to touch them too much so I know which one actually got enough water, but 15 to 20 minutes won't cause any root rot if you let it sit in water for that amount of time. And that's just what you do. When you do this, just let it sit. It's touching. I've just let them sit in the water. Now they're very dark. It's been a good 15, 20 minutes. So now I can just pour the water out. I know that they've gotten enough water. And I'll usually just pour it right back in the watering can. And these are good to go. Other leafy greens, like these ones, need to be fed. We'll come back to that. These had enough time to get water. They're nice and dark. Nice and dark and moist. Put that in there. Put that down. You know, and then once you do that, this is easy. You cover them up at night after the day is done, because you have these, and then you let them go. Or when you have these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful salad boxes that you ate all the salad out of, and then you're left with what you think is garbage, but it's someone's garbage, is another man's treasure. And this is gold, these containers that I put these into. These are still very moist at the bottom, so I'm not gonna water those, but like any of them, just bottom water, let them soak it up, you know, and then 20 minutes, it's like baking, like cookies. Pour out the water, let them sit. That's it.